Securities and investment advisory services offered through Next Financial Group, member FINRA SIPC. Sierra Ridge Wealth Management is not an affiliate of Next Financial Group. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is a price-weighted index of 30 actively traded blue-chip stocks. The S&P 500 is a market cap-weighted index composed of the common stocks of 500 leading companies in leading industries of the U.S. economy. This material is not intended as an offer or solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security or other financial instrument. Past performance does not guarantee future performance. All the views expressed are those of Hunter Lowry and not those of Sierra Ridge Wealth Management or Next Financial Group. Next does not provide tax or legal advice.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Wealth Accelerator podcast. Hunter Lowry here. I'm a financial advisor in Northern California, and my goal is to help you to create a family legacy, not just short-term wealth. Guys, I didn't even realize it's been almost 2 years since I've started the podcast. Crazy how fast the time's gone. It'll be 2 years in about, a week and a half here. I remember being so worried getting this thing started. What am I going to talk about? Is it even going to make any sense? How the heck is this thing going to work? Now, looking back, we're 112 episodes in. 47 states in the U.S. listen. We're getting close to all states here. And 65 different countries from around the world have tuned in and listened. All the way from Canada to Turkey, Australia, Zambia. I mean, all over the world. It's so cool to look at the map. And just always appreciate the support from everybody all around the world. So cool. And guys, if you have not already, make sure you go over to my website at hunterlowry.com and schedule your free one-on-one consultation. I'm going to call you directly, and we can talk about your current financial game plan and just explore some ideas on how we can get to your goals faster. It really is not a complicated process. There are distinct steps to take to get to success, and no matter what stage of life you're in, I can help guide you towards what you want to accomplish financially. So, I have talked a lot about this in prior episodes, but I keep seeing it come up. I met with a new client a couple days back, and they had a large position of cash in the bank, but still was holding on to some debts that they had at the same time. The debts were small, nothing crazy, but this person, they felt really uncomfortable about letting go of that cash in the bank and getting these things paid off. And I find this happens to a lot of people. It's money in the bank or in CDs or in bonds, whatever it is that they might have. It just feels safe to them. They like seeing that there, and they really have a hard time. They aren't really willing to see that number in their bank account go down at all. Even if it's going to something different, they just do not like to open up their website or their banking app or whatever and see that number be lower. And of course, I told this person to pay off the debt as soon as they left my office. They had plenty of cash to do it. And then let's get some of that money invested in working towards your goals. But Hunter, the money's safe there. I'm getting a safe return. I like having that money there. I'm worried about putting it at risk in the market. Okay, well, I want you to think of it this way. So you either remember this as a kid or you remember taking your kids to Chuck E. Cheese. And I don't even know if this is a thing anymore. I cannot tell you the last time I saw a Chuck E. Cheese anywhere, especially up here in Northern California. I mean, I remember seeing them in Tucson all the time, but I have not seen one in California in forever. But I do remember going to them a lot for birthday parties when I was a youngster, and they were so fun. I loved Chuck E. Cheese. The flashing lights, the never-ending tunnels to crawl through, the ball pit to swim in. And looking back, it's so dang gross. Could you imagine nowadays all those kids running through the tunnels and sneezing all over the place in the ball pit and then going and touching everyone's pizza? It would be like a COVID reproducing center. People would just freak out, I bet. Maybe that's why I don't see Chuck E. Cheese's anymore. But anyways, all the kids, they would run to their parents and just beg them for $10 or $15 worth of tokens so you can go and play all the games and have fun. So you take your $10 and you kick butt at all the games. You feel like you're on top of the world, kicking butt at skee ball, the basketball game where the rim's moving around, whack-a-mole, just killing it. And you just have tickets for days. I mean, how cool is it when you finish the game, the music starts playing, the machine dings, and it starts just spitting out tickets like they're going out of style, right? And after your 30 or 40 minutes of joy and 80,000 accumulated tickets, you got them all bundled up, carry them over. I don't know. I used to roll them up. It would drive me crazy if they weren't perfectly symmetrical with each other. But you run over to the counter and see all the cool things you can buy. And with all those tickets, it feels like that they should be ready to trade you a new dirt bike or an Xbox or something so cool for all that hard work and for how many tickets you got. But instead, what do you get? Probably a Tootsie Roll, 3 Jolly Ranchers, a sticky hand, and a little green army guy. And as a little kid, it's still awesome. You feel accomplished, like all of your hard work at the games all afternoon paid off, and you have something to show for it, at least for about 5 minutes until you eat it all. The sticky hand, it gets stuck to the car ceiling, and the army guy gets left at the Chuck E. Cheese table. And at the end of the day, it costs you $10 to get about 50 cents worth of dumb prizes. I mean, who in their right mind would spend $10 to get a 50-cent reward? And, of course, Chuck E. Cheese isn't about the ROI on your money. But this is what happens with a lot of people's investing. You keep $200,000 in a savings account, in CDs, in all bonds, because it makes you feel good. You feel comfortable. You get a steady rate. But do you know what the national average rate on a savings account is? It's 0.06%. Do you know how much you make a year if you hold $200,000 in that savings account? $120. You just earned the sticky hand, the Tootsie Roll, and the Army Man for playing the game. So is the happiness and comfort worth it? Heck no, not in my mind. The question then is, how can we keep the same comfort level but make your money work for you? Well, by keeping 3 to 6 months of emergency reserves in cash, keeping cash for short-term goals. If you want to buy a new car next month, don't invest that money. If you're saving up for a down payment next year on a new home, don't invest that money. But if you're just sitting on a lot of cash because you like opening up your banking app and seeing that money there, then you're not only falling for the Chuck E. Cheese illusion, but you're just crawling instead of driving towards your financial goals. And that's the power of creating a financial plan. Those hypothetical numbers and those variable timeframes, they become tangible and measurable now. And your money begins to work for you even when you forget that it's doing so. So guys, don't use your money for returns like we used to get at Chuck E. Cheese. Plus, the pizza was kind of gross anyway, so who wants that? Hey, great day to have a great day. Take care, guys.